Bill, we've got some business we have to get through. First of all, let's just talk about the cancellation of Donald Trump. And I don't mean Facebook and everything else. I mean Deutsche Bank. They are building a cage around Donald Trump that I don't know how he's even going to be able to do business moving forward.
Well, it's true what you say. I don't want to destroy every aspect of his life and his family's life, no doubt about it. That's driven by Nancy Pelosi, who is, I think I told you, I think she's an evil woman. And I mean it literally. Trump will be like Richard Nixon in the sense that there will be some rehabilitation of his reputation, particularly if Biden collapses, if that administration does not do well, if there's chaos, economic pain, then Trump will look better in the eyes of the independent people, which are now, that group is the swing vote. So in order for that not to happen, the haters of Trump are trying to demonize him as much as they can. We all know that. And then choke off every aspect of prosperity for the man. So it's true. It's happening, not just to him, but to people who supported him. And I think that will backlash to some extent, that Americans will figure that out after all this emotion clears a little bit. That is just the kind of country we want, It's almost like being in organized crime, and I know that because my next book is Killing the Mob. You get whacked. And that means you could never do anything again because you're dead. And they want him dead. And, you can see it. I mean, it's just when I watch MSNBC, NBC News, all of the networks, all of them, they're all the same. And then, of course, CNN. And I see the glee that the people are experiencing, these people on television. You could see it. And what are they happy about? They're happy about hatred. They're enjoying hatred. I mean, I feel sometimes like I'm watching devil worshiping on television in the guise of news presentations. They love the hatred of Donald Trump.
I think there are more and more Americans that are falling into that trap of they just want to destroy the other side.
People, I think, once again, when the emotion clears, most decent people are not going to feel good about that. And maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think in retrospect, we're going to look at much of the behavior as just despicable. This is going to be remembered as a dark chapter in American history, the last 10 years.
Yeah, but it's going to have an immediate consequence that these idiots on television don't really understand. And that is that whole industry, and we talked about this, is going to collapse. And you can see it now. You can see it happening.
Well, unless they are talking now about a committee on the media to rein in, quite honestly, you, me, Ben Shapiro, rein in these actors that disagree with them. I mean, it's really the McCarthy committee.
This is Ocasio-Cortez yesterday.
Right.
But more than that, Americans are going to start to figure out, the majority of them, that their civil liberties are in jeopardy by the social media companies. They're going, wait a minute, I don't know if we want to live in a country where 5 companies regulate freedom of speech. Do we really all want that?
Can I ask you something? Because the phone changed, the sound changed. You went into another room. You're not in the bathroom talking to me, are you?
No, I'm sorry. All
right, okay.
Americans are going to start to figure out that their personal liberties are in danger. Once this emotion clears, once Trump goes to Florida, Biden is in there, but the social media companies are still there, still in control of what can be heard and what can be said. Americans are going to go, I don't know if this is a good thing. You see, All of this is going to build. And once it starts to build, and there's going to have to be leadership in the area, and I don't know where that's going to come from, because if you get in front of a social media is a danger movement, then you're going to get canceled. So it has to come from Congress. Biden's not going to do it. So I think we may have to wait 2 years for any action. But I firmly believe that most Americans do not want a totalitarian country, Beck. And that's where we're headed.
I think you're absolutely right. I think there's, I think that the country was presented with two directions, and one was Trump, one was anything but Trump. And I think a lot of people voted for Joe Biden thinking, okay, well, Joe Biden is not a radical. He might be very, very left, but he might be very, very liberal, but he's not a lefty Marxist kind of guy. But I think when the power behind him is really some spooky leftist groups that think that they're the reason he was elected. If he doesn't give them everything they want, people are going to realize, holy cow, I didn't just vote for Biden. I voted for all the collection of people that are around him. And that's when I think it gets spooky.
As the media and certain politicians move even further left, and they will, because there's no restraint anymore, nothing to hold them back. No newspaper, no television agency, nothing to hold them back. As they become more radical than what we're seeing now, as you are told you can't say the word man.
He said the M-A-N word. Yeah, go ahead.
Or you fail the subject, okay? As this becomes more obvious to the population, there's going to be a severe uprising, backlash. It has to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think the American people are going to want to live in Venezuela or Cuba. And this is what the radical left wants, a totalitarian state where Washington tells you what you can do and not do, what you can have and not have. That's what they want. That will become more apparent as Trump recedes. But the other side, our side, Beck, needs leadership, cogent, intelligent, articulate leadership. And that's going to be the challenge. Because right now, you don't have that here.
No.
In this country.
No.